Drawing animal furs seems really complicated, but it's not. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's get into it. Alright, really simple way to draw a fur. First off, you can download my brushes in the description. They're free. I'm using Graffiti Brush. All that is just a regular brush. So I'm going to make a circle. This can be the tail, the body, whatever it is that you want to make fur on. And actually, we'll spice it up. We'll do some spots. Alright, so I'm going to take Graffiti Brush. I'm going to go to Smudge, Graffiti Brush, same brush. And I don't want it to be too big. Let me make this whole thing bigger. Okay. So Smudge, Graffiti Brush. Doesn't have to be too big. And you get to work. All I'm doing, brushes, make sure your brush, if you use a different brush, make sure it's pressure sensitive. Because you want to be able to like flick it off the edge. And this is all you're going to do. And you're going to follow the grain like this. Slightly angled up a little bit. And you can go back and forth. But you want everything to follow that same, whatever the direction is. Whatever the direction is, you want to follow that. You want to follow that path. And you just keep going back and forth. It's not hard, it just takes a long time. If you want it to look good. I'm going to do it kind of fast because otherwise I'll be here all night trying to make it look perfect. And everything I'm doing, I'm just staying along that same trajectory. And then sometimes I just angle it up a little bit. Alright, so we'll make this the end like that. You can get fancy, do something like that. And then I just switched. Now I just switched for the other side. So now I'm going in the opposite direction. And that's all it is. It's just swiping. I'm not pushing super hard on the brush. I'm just kind of swiping. And everything is just following the direction. And you just keep going until it's like a nice bushy point. And you can sort of extend it out a little more if you want. Just do wider strokes. And it just makes it a little fluffier. And the more you angle out, like this way, the more you angle out, just the more fluffier it'll be. Okay, now for these guys, you just want to follow the same direction. And remember, the black is actually fur too, so everything is just going to point towards the back, or towards whatever the end of the fur is. Everything should point that way. And to really blend it, sometimes you have to go the opposite direction too. And this will take practice, but once you do it, you'll be able to do it forever, because it's not hard. It's just takes a long time. And this is like the speedy version. Make sure you can see what I'm doing here. So this is just the same exact thing, but on a smaller scale. And then on the front, I just go back and forth, so it looks like the hair is all going in one direction. That's why everything goes in the same direction, because the hair grows in one direction. And go back and forth. Alright, it's pretty furry, but now what you want to do is you can take the airbrush. So basically I'm in smudge. I want to go to the airbrush. I want to stay in smudge and then go to the airbrush. And you don't want it too big. And then you just very lightly just go along the end of the hair. And sort of just push it out a little bit. So I'm not pressing hard, as you can see. I'm not pressing very hard. You just want to sort of blend that hair and make it very soft. And sometimes you might have to take the other brush again, and you can make it a little bit smaller, and you can drop the opacity down a little bit, and then you can sort of go back on it. Drop the opacity a little more and make it a little bigger. You can sort of just go back on it just to create some separation. And as you can see, I did it really fast, but this right here really needs a good, so I'm going to take I'm on smudge again. I'm back to graffiti 1. The opacity is about 50%. Actually, let me bring it lower and make the brush bigger. And I'm just going to slowly make all this softer here. And this was just a result of me going really fast in the beginning. Take the airbrush again and make it small. And just sort of blend all this in. And then I'll go back to that brush that we were just on, and I'll just go back on it a little bit. And this is to keep it from just being like a, let me raise the opacity. This is just to keep it from being like a gray halo on the outside. See how it can become like a halo out here? You don't really want that too much. So if you do this, it sort of breaks up that halo, since it's supposed to be hair. And you can do the same thing here with the airbrush. You just sort of go back and forth, soften this up. And just the more you soften it, the more soft the fur will look. The more fluffy. Yep, that's pretty much how I make things fuzzy. Let's play with some color real quick. Oh, that's nice. Yep. Easy peasy. And if you need to make like some sort of highlight, then just do the same thing, but just like raise the color, like you can match whatever color it is and then bring it up a little bit. And then you can take your brush, regular paintbrush, and you can sort of like, you can do that. And then you just do the same exact thing that you did with the smudges. You just go like this. And you just sort of smudge away. So that's how you would make, like, if you really wanted to do like a highlight or something like that. But you could, let's see here. Well, we'll do a gray. The highlight would be here, whatever, color highlight. And then you just have to go back and forth on it. You blend it, and then you can just really make sure that, don't let it get all over the place, just sort of. Just trying to keep it even. And you can use your airbrush and smudge. So that's how you would do like a highlight or something on the hair. It's all smudging. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Give me a like and a subscribe, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at DrugFreeDave. As always, keep drawing, and I'll see you in the next video. you.